If you did not know, The Office is being rebooted in Australia with a female lead.
Boo.
Aren't you excited, Dane? Aren't you excited? Wow. So it says, The Office reboot confirmed at Amazon Prime with female-led Michael Scott replacing the legendary Steve Carell.
Is she hot?
Yeah, no. The Australian version of The Office has been in production since 2018. Since coming up with the remake with big names flashing as part of the cast, the reboot significantly baffled its audiences by starring a female lead character. It won't work. Women aren't funny.
It's taken 5 years for them to explain humor to women. So that you do a punchline. It's irony. It actually didn't happen.
To be fair, I'm not funny either, but that's fine. True. I'm not leading my own version of The Office, so like it's okay. I'm allowed to not be funny. You can't really lead a show called The Office that's supposed to be based on The Office and not be funny. But it gets worse. So let's go through this. So it says the showmakers are excited to put a spin on their reboot. Well, that's your first problem. They want to put a spin on it. It says putting a post-COVID plot twist into the story. The Australian adaptation begins the 13th iteration of the show that was originally created by Ricky Gervais, revamping the bad team management as the packaging company Flinley Craddock. The Australian version of The Office is going to take place like they're going to be doing like work at home. So it's like COVID Office.
Why are you?
They're gonna make it Jane and Pam.
Yeah. So like I can already picture the memes. It's like I want to see the real. I want to see the real Steve. No, it's like I want to see the real Michael Scott, and it shows Ricky Gervais. It's like I said the real Michael Scott. It shows the girl, and then it says I said the real Michael, and then finally it shows Steve Carell.
They're not gonna bully Dwight. They're just gonna be like, you need mental health care. And they're just gonna take him to a therapist.
Well, they'll give him. They're like, here we offer unlimited time off.
It'll be Lizzo.
Well, no, it's Australian, so it'd have to be Adele. Is Adele Australian or is she from the UK?
I don't know.
We could have Adele.
Who cares?
Is she from the UK? We could have her do it. So I don't know who they would do. And then Chris Hemsworth will play. We'll have Chris Hemsworth can be in the show. It'll be fantastic.
He's Australian?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
So it's the cringeworthy manager. Let's go down here.
Adele is English confirmed.
If she is, okay. Yeah. So the Australian is the 13th iteration of the show. I've heard some of the other ones are not that bad.
British one's actually funny.
Well, but that's the original.
That is the
it's
original,
like depending on your take. And I was never like I only have seen The Office in so much as like I'm in rooms with people that watch The Office.
Yeah, same.
Like it's kind of like Seinfeld or any of those shows. And by the way, I did put a poll up in the chat, guys. I asked you what would be the worst reboot, female-led reboot so far. I asked for Seinfeld, The Office, or The Sopranos, and so far The Sopranos is winning.
I mean, Seinfeld can't get much worse.
Yeah.
So obviously that's not one. Yeah. The Sopranos, honestly, like a bunch of Italian ladies, I think it'd be pretty awesome. I'm not gonna
lie. So it says The Office reboot due to be released worldwide on Amazon Prime Video experiments with the comedy franchise portraying middle management led by women for the first time. Look, I don't know if you know about this, but women have been leading middle management for ages. That's not the first time that this has happened at all. Like I mean, half the reason we have all the problems in the world now is because we've got DEI departments that are run by bleeding heart awfuls, right?
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Is there a version of this you can see working?
If the Reagan people get the hell out. No, I don't know, dude. I mean, there's some funny chicks in the world, but the thing is, when they said with a spin, that's when they lost me. Because they're just gonna do whatever pandering nonsense. Oh, $20.
$20 one right there from Joe Schmo 32 Electric Boogaloo.
The new Jim and Pam will be gay and lesbian. Calling it now. Yes, I agree. We just said that a minute ago.
No, but it'll be
so likely.
It'll be like. Did you ever see that old story about the lady who married herself?
It'll be Jane and Samantha.
It'll be like her name will be Pamela James, and she'll just marry herself. She'll play both characters.
They recently made a segment about that in some news channel. They're all the same, and it was like Samantha married herself.
Yeah,
and this is her making vows for herself. And she's like, I will love myself. I will care for myself forever. I was like, oof.
Cool. Good for you. Bye.
What? No, like. Emma Watson said, like, I'm not single. I'm in a relationship with myself or something.
She did.
Right?
She did say that.
She said like self-coupled or something.
Yeah, it was
something absolutely insane that only a Hollywood nut job would say.
I mean, I believe her because she's hot.
Yeah.
So like, she's got options.
You're part of the problem, my friend.
She's hot.
Problem.
Somebody says
What?
the Mindy Kaling did write The Office, but even her character was not that interesting. What if they're like, okay, we're doing the Australian Office, but they bring Mindy Kaling in anyways, and they just leave her.
Dear God.
Like they're just like, you're not getting off that easy, right? So it says. This is the lady who leads the show here. I'll put her on screen. So her. There we go.
I hope that they just like they pull a fast on us, and it's
she
actually
kind of looks like Indira Varma.
She just makes
Felicity Ward is her name.
She makes herself look bad by trying to incorporate all these like inclusivity things and all this DIE crap.
Well, the problem, the things that make offices.
It would be so funny if that was the case. And they just flip it on us completely.
The things that make
that's the spin is like in reality they're just mogging the living hell out of these people that are saying like, oh, we're gonna make inclusivity changes, and everyone in the office just like looks at them like, oh my God, I need to quit. Like that'd be great.
The actual
it's one episode.
Well,
just one feature episode where they go so light on it too. They barely criticize themselves. Look, guys, we're self-aware. Like, come on.
You could do that. Like you could do it, but it would have to be done really, really, really well, and the network would have to back you the whole way. And I don't see that
especially
happening.
in Australia. They wouldn't.
Yeah,
No
like
way.
like I just don't see like there is a whole realm of office culture that's relevant to today that could be made funny.
Yeah.
Like if you do an episode where they're like they're talking about like we need modern inclusivity and we need everybody to get along, but then they have like the segregated training seminars and they're like, why is like, well, if we all need to get along and talk to each other, why are they setting us in separate rooms to talk about this stuff? That doesn't really make any sense. And then you could do that, but I don't know if they're actually going to ever be able to do that. They'll just probably do a less funny version of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know this lady Felicity Ward. To be fair, she could be really, really funny. She could be.
Someone in chat says that the girl's gonna divorce herself.
Yes, you can just divorce. Like no, and the lady who I'm thinking of who married herself, I still remember to this day. I never saw the original story about her marrying herself. I only saw the story where it says woman who married herself just 3 months ago divorced herself after cheating.
Wow.
And I was like, what?
Wow.
What?
How do you cheat on yourself
guess
unless you are like
not
victim
masturbating.
of like
Like, does that mean you're doomed to a life of just
syndrome.
nothing but masturbation for the rest of your life? Until one day she's just like, not today.
I like this episode's lit. I like
and
it.
she gave in, and that's what it was.
in. Dude,
We got a $20 one right there from Disco Jensen.
Yes. What's up, Disco Jensen? Remember that media company that was entirely female staffed, the catty behavior, lack of productivity, inability to turn a clientele or profit, the eventual closure, and female owner professing to never hire women again? Yes, I do remember that. I forget who it was, but I do remember
There's
that.
also there's more than a few companies. There's comic companies that have done similar things on maybe not always necessarily on gendered lines, but definitely on identity lines.
Yep.
But in this case, the funniest part about it is like if the show just ends up being a joke and it's just one episode and the company closes. Like she just fails at her job and the company goes out of business.
That would be great. I would love that show. I would be singing his praises every day of my life.
Like that would actually be hilarious.
Yeah, and
like,
I would be such a big fan of that.
Oh,
Seriously.
You bring back like her dad, and then like he restarts the company, and it's just really bad. Like it doesn't go out of business, but it's just really, really bad instead. But like who's a woman that could have been funny enough to do something like this? Are there female comedians you guys are fans of?
Okay. I mean, I watch.
We're really being exposed today.
No. There's plenty of actresses that are funny that can do funny lines.
There's like Ally McCoskey, I think is actually funny. I watch a lot of stand-up comedy, and I have to like think about it for a second, was a problem. But I have to also think about male comedians for this at the same time. But I know there are a lot of female comics that I find genuinely funny.
Yeah.
What's the lady from your mom's house?
And it doesn't
Christina P.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah,
and it doesn't just have to be
I've
comedians.
seen her live. She's great.
There are plenty of actors that, like female actors that are actually good, have good comedic timing.
Like, what's her name? Aubrey
Plaza.
Yeah,
right. There's
She's
plenty of
funny.
those. So it's not like it can't be funny.
Dude, I think women can be funny.
But
I just think the women that are chosen and put up into these positions and taking these jobs are not funny.
I mean,
Overwhelmingly.
statistically, I bet it's possible, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like,
I didn't say
that's
that.
Not,
I disavow his statements entirely.
Disavow.
But this wouldn't fail because the woman wasn't funny. It would fail because it's a gender swapped reboot.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
so you're actually doing her a disservice because even if she does a really, really good job, you're set at a disadvantage to begin with.
Yeah.
So what do?
I don't even know anymore.
Like,
I don't mean to be a simp, but I think my girl's super funny.
in what way?
like she's just hilarious, but she just does like weird voices and stuff.
Okay. Well, I think you have AOC. Have you seen the AOC parody account? That's my new favorite thing on Twitter.
The best thing in the world.
Like, as somebody who doesn't follow politicians but does follow the AOC parody account, like if I get accidentally like tagged into,
dude, the best line was that AOC simp is like, people are mistaking her for actual OC. Think about that. It's like, yeah, because she's dumb.
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
Is it Kadrin in the chat says a lot of the female comedians being pushed are vulgar. That's actually one of the things I like least. Vulgarity for the sake of vulgarity because it's the opposite gender isn't interesting to me. Like, if anything, it's the same thing with like any type of toilet humor is very rarely, in my opinion, funny.
Dude, I know, and that's like what's that one man, blonde hair? I can't remember what her name is. But that was like what she based her entire career off of. And now she's like the butt of so many jokes for being like, quote unquote, a bad comic or a bad stand up. I can't remember her name for the life of me, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a good thing that I don't remember her at all. But
Dee from Always Sunny. Or
dude, that chick's a legend.
Not Dee. She's funny. But I can't remember her name. But all of her jokes are just like sex jokes are just like gross potty humor jokes. It's just like, I can't. I bet somebody in the chat knows. Yes, Schumer.
I keep getting
Amy
told
Schumer.
that I sound and look like Charlie Day.
Wait. I know a funny female comedian, Natasha Leggero or something.
Yes, Natasha Leggero is funny.
She's hilarious.
Man, I can't remember the other one. There's
Look at us.
Yeah.
What's that
we're
tiny?
so inclusive.
What's that tiny comedian from Minnesota? Is there? The only comedian that I remember from Minnesota is Mitch Hedberg, who was a legend.
Yeah, legend.
But unfortunately, I went to his wake.
Wow.
He lived like, he's from an area like right by where I was from, and he was already like a legend in the comic scene at that time.
Yeah, totally.
So like me and my friends skipped school to go to his wake.
I like the club sandwich joke.
I'm not even a member of the club. Like, I mean, it's my favorite still. It's like rice is great when you're hungry and want 2,000 of something.
True.
Or elevator temporarily stairs.
Yeah,
like,
it's so
Dane
good.
Cook
Dude.
is fantastic.
These elevators don't break.
That's an inferior Dane though.
Did I say Dane? I meant Mitch Hedberg. Dane Cook was bro humor.
That's a second-rate Dane.
You
guys are lucky. You're getting
Dane Cook had the one
prime rib of Danes.
Dane Cook had the one funny bit about how every guy wants to be in the movie Heat. And where he's like every guy wants a monkey, and he's like, and then you've always got that one anti-monkey friend who's like, they throw crap everywhere and they're disrespectful because that's all the reasons I want a monkey. Everything you just listed. Like it's like when somebody that's something that permeates the culture today. You say you like something and somebody has to come in and be the realist who's like, it's the actually mean, and then you're like, that's all the reasons I want that. Whatever that is, whatever you don't like about it is exactly what I want it.
He had what about B&E? It was like, instead of breaking it, it's a bacon and eggs.
But remember, you don't want to be like Dane Cook because he's like like a girl who's like 22. He's like, we've been together 5 years, and everyone's like, the math's not mathing.
Yeah, it's a little weird there, buddy. I was on his side, He
was a couple of months from me based.
Yeah. There's a couple people here that I agree with. I want to quickly shout out Glazer. I forgot Nikki Glazer. We mentioned her. Nikki Glazer is funny. Taylor Tomlinson is pretty good comedian. I agree with you.
No, she's absolutely terrible.
Maria Bamford.
Disavow.
Taylor
Tomlinson? Am I remembering?
But here's the other thing.
Taylor Tamblyn, is that different than Taylor Tomlinson? Is that different? I don't know if they're the same. I can't.
Disavow Tomlinson.
Okay, so I don't know who that is. I know maybe I'm thinking of a different person. But anyways.
In this article, the last dying breaths of it say, trying to give a modern touch. The show is an 8-part series. We don't want a modern touch.
Yeah, why?
Updated for modern audiences is the death knell for anything like this. You don't want to do that.
Started with Herbie Reloaded, and it just kept going. Just bad take, bad remake, bad remix movie. I hate the idea that millennials are remix culture. I've pushed back against that my entire life, my entire career as a disc jockey and music producer. We are not remix culture. That's so lazy. It's you can be influenced by things and not call it remix culture. Like, dude. Oh, it just drives me crazy.
They're mentioning Chrissy Mayer, but Chrissy Mayer is like she's not. Does she act as well, or does she just do stand up?
I know.
No idea.
I know who that is. I just can't put a.
All right, so guys, it would be interesting to see, like, maybe review this as like if we had somebody here who was very into The Office and like really loved it, because they're like,
Dude,
me.
I had a friend that had an Office themed wedding.
Wow. Nice.
And he did me took pictures in the waterfall like Jim did, like this.
Wow. dude.
Like for me, this is one of those things where it's like it's like when we
Hyper
review
cringe.
any of these things that are like just kind of that have been remade and they're just kind of like we went to see The Little Mermaid and everyone's expecting me to be like all upset about it. I'm like, but I didn't care about the original, so I can't bring myself to care a whole ton about this outside of just like I know they're effing up.
Yeah, you're not really the target market for
Yeah,
Little Mermaid,
like
so.
You'd be surprised.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.